Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager Save. This is episode number 3, and today we're returning with two big relegation 6-pointers early doors away against Everton and at home to Wolves. Before we get to the games though, shall burn him getting on off camera. So of course, in the last episode you saw our 2-1 victory at Villa Park and our 2-0 win at home to Sunderland. 3 straight wins in the Premier League, only 1 loss in our first 6 games, and I was thinking, oh, this is a piece of cake! Burnley going to the Conference League next year. It's not continued on this great run though. 5 straight losses off camera, and we began with a 2-0 loss at home to Leeds in the EFL Cup. Not too fussed though, throughout a mostly rotated lineup for the game, and conceded 2 late ones in the first half. First Wilfried Gnonto getting Leeds in front, and then a DCL looping header gave Leeds the win as they are into the last 16, and our Carabao Cup adventure ended there. And in the Premier League, goodness gracious, 4 straight defeats for Burnley, no points picked up for a possible 12. Not so easy now, Doxy boy, is it? Yep, Burnley finding their true level and falling down the table. Started with 2-0 loss away at Arsenal, Martinelli with the opening goal, then Jesus turning in a Saka cross in a 2-0 victory for the Gunners. And following game back at Turf Moor, this is a really disappointing loss though. 2-1 at home to Fulham. We were the better team in this game, hit the woodwork twice, got the lead for an own goal as well, looked the better team throughout, but threw it away in the second half. Oscar Bob, the ex-Man City youngster, got the leveller for Fulham, and then right at the end, to be fair, it was an amazing goal. Samuel chucked away. He's got the ball off Kenny Tete down the right-hand side. Bent one in from 18 yards. Absolute beauty as Fulham stole the points at the death in another defeat for Burnley. And following out 2 really difficult games following. First away at Old Trafford against Manchester United. We were holding our own and doing so well. 70 minutes in, still dead up to 0-0. Great defending. Kind of similar to the game at Man City on the opening day. But Bruno Fernandes finally broke the resistance as Manchester United won it late in a 1-0 defeat. And our final game was also a 1-0 defeat, this time at home to Liverpool though. Jordan Bayer, really poor pass, trying to play out from the back, gave it away, and Chiesa cuts the ball across for Salah, who turned in the only goal of the game. So, yeah, things were looking rosy in the last episode, not so much now. To be fair, because of the great start we had, the poor run of form doesn't look that bad, but 10 games in, just over a quarter of the way through, right now in 12th place with 11 points on the board, and to be fair, right now we're on course for around 40, 41 points. Coming the end of the season, that would be enough for us to survive, but when you look at the form table right now, only 3 teams are worse than us so far, and we face 2 of them today as well. So yeah, got to get back on track today, otherwise we are going to be in deep trouble, especially because the teams we're facing are the 2 teams that are in the bottom 2 right now. So we should at least win one of those games, and hopefully we'll start here away at Everton, who are bottom and winless. So yeah, first game of today's episode is the late kickoff, Everton away, and it's midday. Brilliant, it's midday. Well done, Doxy boy. Well done, mate. Good stuff, excellent. You can tell you've been away from Football Manager for a while, haven't you? But it's Everton away, and interestingly enough, heading into the game as well, this is going to be played at Goodison Park. Don't forget, we're on FM24 right now, just with the updated database, so this will be at Goodison Park, and they'll move into the stadium in 2 years' time. So, yep, Goodison Park for the first game today, and no doubt about it, on the run of form we're in, 4 straight losses in the Premier League. Everton wins to start the campaign off. This is an early relegation 6-pointer, no doubt about that. On the injury report right now, everyone is fine apart from Jaden Anthony recovering from a knock, and this will be our team as we stay with a 4-3-3, because to be fair, in any of our games this season, we haven't been battered. Yes, we've lost quite a few on the bounce, but we haven't played that badly in really any of them. So Dubravka is in goal, back four is Hartman, Maxime, Bayer and Walker. Martel, the DM, with Hannibal and Florentino, our midfield duo. Bryn Larson on the left, Edwards on the right, and Dooney gets to start up top with Brohart on a goal drought. And on the bench, you've got Hlaki, Ekdal, Roberts, Cullen, Ward-Prowse, Fleming, Loom, Foster, and Armando himself. So first game of the 2, it's a relegation 6-pointer, Everton away at Goodison Park. Come on, the Clarets. Can't lose again. Yeah, it was so funny. Like, ending the last episode, once I finished my recording, I was like, goodness gracious me, like, this might be the best first season I've ever had in any of my saves playing FM. And then the run off camera, I just kept thinking, oh, it can't get much worse than this, and it just kept going. But first chance of the game, come on, results in a goal. Kyle Walker's first for the club, and that's what leaders need to do. When you go through a sticky patch, you need your seniors, you need your captains, well, he's vice captain, but you need your leaders in the team to stand up and say, right, let's sort this out now and lead by example. And one way to do that is by getting a goal. Walkhead's in the Edwards free kick. It is 1-0 Burnley. It's the perfect start at Goodison Park. And I'll say it again, can't afford to lose this game as Amdouni puts us 2 goals up. Quick fire double. This Clarence team on a really poor run of form, but they're photogenic. They love the camera. They seem to always turn it on when we're recording. Nice slip ball through by Florentino, who's really flourishing right now in the DLP role, and it's a first Premier League goal this season for Amdouni. 2-0 Burnley, 2 goals in 3 minutes. What a start at Goodison Park. But Everton do have a corner, which into the far post. Florentino heads it away. Hannibal clears. Still 2-0. But this game has got goals galore written all over it. Even 13 minutes in, 2-0. But a second is coming, and it was almost right there. Bayer off the line, still 2-0 for now. Well, that should do it for the first half. Everton are definitely in trouble at this point. No doubt about that, as I couldn't show you the full league table there. But they're going to be winless in 11 unless they can pull off a mad turnaround here at Goodison Park. And they must be thinking, if we don't sort this out soon, then we are in serious trouble for this season. But for Burnley, this will be a massive statement here. It will be just our second win away from home, I think, all season long. And a big 3 points against the relegation rival. The Toffees aren't done yet as James Garner drills one in for his first of the year. And the Manchester United Academy graduate gets Everton back in the game. VAR will check it, but I think he was onside. And the Toffees indeed are back in the game and half in the deficit right before the break. Not the way we wanted to close that what would otherwise been an almost picture-perfect first half. 2-1, game back on. Who was that game against? Do you remember a few years ago when Frank Lampard was in charge of the Toffees? When Everton came back from 2-0 down to win 3-2. I want to say it was against Newcastle, but I might be wrong about that. But Toffees fans, you'll remember that well. It was a massive game. If I remember correctly, that was the game which mathematically secured your safety, or pretty much guaranteed it. But I've got a feeling we might see a similar kind of comeback here. Everton can't afford, I mean literally cannot afford another loss right now. Only 2 points on the board. Come the end of this game, there'll be 6 points off safety. Worst goal difference swing. And also Palace will have a game in hand as well. At the very least, they need to at least get a point with 21 minutes to go. Burnley right now still leading by 1-0, going for a dagger and a massive away day victory in Merseyside. But this is the problem. Starting to feel a bit nervous now, and hopefully the boys won't recede into themselves here, but instead play with confidence. Seamus Coleman wins it back. Toffees will work their way forward. Let's not throw away this 2-goal lead. James Garner, lovely slip ball through. Great opportunity. And Dice shoots, hits the post. Second time Toffees hit the woodwork. Burnley clinging on to the 3 points. So I've taken off Martel on the booking. Florentino goes back to his normal anchorman role. JWP comes on to dictate tempo. I'm going to start time wasting now as well. We'll time waste often. Play at the lowest tempo possible. Be more disciplined in our creative freedom as well. Starting to get a bit nervous now. We're almost there. Let's take off Brun Larson for Loom as well, as we are almost there. 6 to play. And again, what a massive win this will be. Never mind the 5 straight losses. This will be a huge 3 points to bounce back on. But there's still a minute to go. And it's not over yet. Long ball flicked on. Bayer does enough. It will drop to Jack Grealish. Throw for the Toffees. That can't be the highlight, or was it? It might be just a last-ditch tackle from Bayer there. And this is the last opportunity for Everton, you feel. Cross floated in towards Beto at the far post. Heads over. Clinging on as we approach stoppage time. 5 minutes. Don't know where they come from. Come on, for official series. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Come on now. You can tell I'm getting nervous. Let's take off Hannibal for Cullen. He can run his socks in the late game. Let's bring on Broha for Amdouni. I'll change that to a pressing forward as well on the support role. We are almost there as the minutes tick by. And what a bounce back victory this is going to be for Burnley. 5 straight losses in all competitions, 4 on the bounce in the Premier League. But we go to Goodison, relegation 6-pointer, score an early quick-fire double. Again, absolutely massive 3 points on Merseyside. One from the training ground. Okay. Can't send my assistant to the post-match interview, but that is a brilliant victory for Burnley. And that puts us back. No, it doesn't. I thought it puts us back in the top 10. But it now means we're 7 points off the bottom 3. That is a huge bounce back victory there. Still a long way to go, but that relieves a lot of pressure. Oh, I just saw Palace won as well away at Craven Cottage. So that means now that Bournemouth are in 17th. But it means that for Everton's sake, they're already 9 points away from safety. They're in trouble with the worst goal difference as well, with the 3rd worst defensive record too, league's lowest scorers. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. And I don't know if you guys are the same as me. When you see a team is starting to get in a bit of trouble early doors, I can't help but look at their squad and thinking, oh, I'll tell you what, if they go down, I wouldn't mind bringing him to my club. Jared Branthwaite, absolutely got a surplus of centre-halves, but I wouldn't say no. Possible Iliman and Jai as well, the tricky forward too. Wouldn't be a bad little pickup as well. Possibly James Garner. I'm a big fan of his, by the way. Really, really good talent, this lad. Definitely wouldn't mind him coming to play as our successor for JWP when he goes back from his loan spell. But we're getting too far ahead of ourselves here. Getting way too far ahead of ourselves. Still a long way to go, and us and Everton might change positions coming the end of the season. So let's just focus on the next game, Doxy boy. Come on. Oh man, I am so happy right now to be back making Football Manager content. I mean, seriously, it's class. Absolutely class. I've missed this game so much. I really have. And I appreciate your patience with me whilst I was not making FM stuff, but now I'm back. I don't know how I lasted this long. I don't know how I lasted nearly 3 years without doing FM content. It's absolutely class. This game is amazing. This is a game that was released 2 years ago, but playing with the updated database, it's just amazing, man. I forget how great this game is sometimes. I forget how fantastic it is when you get truly immersed in it. It's episode number 3. I'm already immersed in this save. Oh, Walker's been called up to the English squad again. But it's brilliant. It's just everything about this. I just love it so much, man. I definitely will do some career mode content again very soon, but for now, this is class, man. I am loving this. To me, the game starts to get really fun, and I mean super fun, when the new gens and regens start appearing towards the end of Season 1. So this save's already got off to a great start, but if you've been watching my saves for a while, you'll know it, man. All the class regens we've had over the years, that's when it becomes such an amazing save, man. Can't wait for them to first start appearing, but for now, gotta make sure we get this job done and keep Burnley in the Premier League. It's been a decent start, man. Great to end the loss streak there, and now let's follow with another big win at home, here at Turf Moor against Wolves. So on the back of the win, no change to the lineup, and let's go once again. We've got the Bradford in goal, back for us Hartman, Maxime, Byron, Walker, Martel the DM with Hannibal, and I must say Florentino. I was really worried about Florentino because I like the guy. I think he's a really, really good player, and again, he's my sort of guy. Works really hard, great stamina, great body on the guy at 6 foot as well. But I was worried about him because if we were to get relegated, I mean, we have an obligational transfer fee. Like, he will be signing come the end of the season. I can't remember what the fee actually is. What's the actual fee? I don't know what it is. We are signing him come the end of his contract. I can't find where it is. So mandatory sign him. Can I find it in transfers? Is it here? Is it here? Yes, it is indeed. Oh, is it free? I thought it was okay. Well, fair enough. I'll take it. But I was thinking, if we were to go down, for example, 31 grand a week's not a lot, but even so, that's another contract I have to sort out. But right now, this dude is balling out, man. He is absolutely balling out in the DLP role. Anyway, Hannibal is alongside him. Brendan Larson's on the left, Ed was on the right, and Amdouni, after getting his first goal of the season, keeps his place up top. On the bench is once again Hlaki, Ekdal, Roberts, Cullen, Ward-Prowse, Fleming, Loom, Forster, and Broha as well. Second and final game, another relegation 6-pointer. Let's get back-to-back victories in big contests here. Come on, the Clarets. Just glazing Florentino. I was doing the team introduction there. Can you imagine that in the dressing room, like reading out who's in the lineup, and I'm like, oh, by the way, this dude is amazing. Like, everyone's just waiting for me to see who comes after Florentino, and I can't stop glazing the guy. Anyway, he's just been that good. To be fair, the whole team has been really good. I can't think of a single player so far that's really let me down. Like, no player so far has been that disappointing. Yes, one or two haven't been great, but for the most part, the whole team has been doing as much as I could possibly ask for. So huge game here at Turf Moor. Absolutely massive relegation 6-pointer. And let's see if we can get back-to-back huge victories against two teams in the bottom 3. Or can Wolves record a massive win themselves here at Turf Moor? Matt Doherty through. Great save with Dubravka. Armstrong hits the crossbar on the follow-up. And Kyle Walker clears it away. Signal of intent from Roy Edwards' side. Still 0-0 for now. By the way, can I say how pleased I am for Rob Edwards? Because, if you've been watching me for a while, I've sung his praises many times. I think he's a top man manager, and he went into what was a near unwinnable scenario at Wolves, knowing that bar a miracle they are going to get relegated. They might have even possibly set a new points record for fewest in the Premier League era. And he's done brilliantly there. The win against Liverpool, of course, on Tuesday night ensures now there's no chance of them setting that points record. Of course, that was already a thing by then. That was already guaranteed. But they've got another scalp under their belts as well. They've turned what was looking like an absolute nightmare of a season into somewhat more respectable. You just think what could have happened if he was in charge from the very get-go at the start of the season. Fair play to the guy, deserves an awful lot of credit. Anyway, half an hour in and we've won a penalty against this side as well. We'll go to VAR after Edwards is taken down. The ref will go to the VAR to take a look at it, but I think that is going to be a penalty for Burnley. It will be our second of the season, I think, and a chance just to take the lead from 12 yards. Michael Salisbury blows his whistle and doesn't give a penalty. Florentino to Hannibal, out wide towards Hartman. The Dutch fullback gets himself inside, looking for a bit of space to possibly cross. Florentino's on the edge of the area, takes his time, shot blocked and cleared away. Gets it back again though and shoots, and Sam Johnston sees it graze the top of his crossbar and go behind for a goal kick. Still 0-0 for now, but this is going to be a huge second half here, even so early in the season, approaching a third of the way through the campaign. Another loss for Wolves would be really damaging, but a win for Burnley, and already we're starting to think, surely with these sort of wins, we'll be able to keep ourselves away from the danger zone. As Amdouni's shot is easily caught by Sam Johnston. Good end to the first half. Can we get ourselves a goal to make sure this pressure pays off? Jordan Bayer into Florentino, through to Zeki Amdouni. Now Marcus Edwards, great first touch, beats his man, shoots, and Sam Johnston makes a brilliant save, tips it onto the crossbar and behind for a corner. Both teams hitting the woodwork in the first half, still goalless somehow. And as things stand, a stalemate on the cards. Yeah, big second half coming here. We've been on top as well, so I'll say to the boys in the dressing room with my hands in my pockets, nonchalantly, we've been a better team here. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll be fine. Lost focus. Lost focus on what? Bro, I'm literally... I'm defending you, son. Like, seriously. You'll notice when I started the save, I began with no coaching qualifications whatsoever. The more you play and the more you improve, as that's got to be offside, surely. Is Adam Armstrong? Was that not offside? What was offside there? Cross the far post turned in by Double A, and Wolves had the lead. But I was going to say that the better you become as a coach and the more your reputation grows, the easier it is to talk to your players and get the response you want. But no, he wasn't indeed offside. It's the right call by the lino. Wolves in front, and this will be a massive defeat if Wolves can hold on to it. They will close the gap and jump out of the bottom three as well. 14 big minutes to come here at Turf Moor. Wolves looking for a dagger. Burnley needing a leveller. Big relegation 6 points today, and as things stand, it's going to be 1-1. Lost one as that shot goes just wide, courtesy of a block by Jordan Bayer. Got to find a leveller with 13 to play. 4 minutes to go. Last chance for Burnley as we enter stoppage time. I think that's probably going to do it. I might as well go for this now. I'll take off Eric Martel and bring on Lyle Foster. I'll have him as a deep line forward to connect the play, but I think that is probably going to do it. And it will be a huge 3 points for Wolverhampton Wanderers. And a massive victory away at Turf Moor. So just had a brilliant victory at Goodison Park to pull away, and now pulled right back down towards the bottom three. Simply cannot right now get a consistent run of form going. It's not bad, to be fair, considering we were on a really poor run of form, but it is now 5 defeats in our last 6 Premier League games, and looking nowhere near as secure we were at the start of the season. Long way to go, but I have to say, at the moment, you literally cannot predict where this Burnley team is going to finish. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Football Manager Save. Big thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't, please like. Most of you all have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one. We'll get through to around the halfway stage, I'd say. So we'll play most of the games in December, plus Leeds at home. That's a massive 1-0 Leeds in form right now. We'll probably come back with... I quite fancy that London doubleheader there around Christmas with both teams out of form. So Spurs away and Chelsea at home. And at that point, we'll be, I believe, at the halfway stage. Fingers crossed, hopefully still out of the relegation zone. But on this form, definitely not looking highly guaranteed. Thanks for watching, guys. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the next episode of the Football Manager Save very soon.